All right, hello all. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So we are continuing on doing some team showcases here now that I finally can. I was waiting to get my own Omega, right? And I started with that one. That went insane. I did the sort of Tag Blue Goku, Vegeta team next. That was also really good. I initially cleared the special battle fight with the super boss setup of Rose, so I know how that goes. And finally, the final, team, I suppose, that I need to try here in special battle, 2025 stage 1 against Rose and Zamasu, of course, is GT Heroes. Now, I'm not really sure how this is going to go, if I'm being honest. Like, I know Gogeta's insane. Like, he's really insane, but it's like, a lot of these characters, I don't know. They are good, but the GT Hero team is, a lot of it is like slot 2-3, I feel like, especially for this fight. Our saving grace essentially is going to be like Super Saiyan 4 Goku getting dodges, or Super Easy A Super Saiyan 4 Goku tanking. Their first turn, they'll be really good, right? But, I mean, they can't really... We need to transform them after that, so... I'm not sure how this is going to go exactly. I'm hoping, we do well, especially with how much damage Gogeta can do. But we're just going to have to find out. So that being said, let's jump in. I've been doing about a good 40 or so minutes of just straight attempts. Oh, what the... Dude, I just chose the friend! Man, What is... Okay. I swear, I keep getting that. I don't know if it's like a bug I have or something. I go to like jump into events. It's like no way it just keeps happening. And it's like a Rainbow Gogeta. Who's updating the Rainbow Gogeta? Fuck you. No one updated the friend Gogeta. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's... Now, there we go. There we go. Alright, now we could jump in. I swear, I have that in, whatever... I've had that once or twice recently. Oh shit, it's auto battle. No, wait. I was not paying attention.
Sorry for the wait, Kakarot. Ready when you are, Vegeta.
Okay, let's turn that shit off. Jesus, that was a close one. Although, honestly, this is probably exactly how I'd want this rotation to go, actually. Because I do want to float the Super Saiyan Force off. That way, for the transformation. So, essentially, at what I was getting at before there, for the GT Bosses team, I did about 40 minutes, right? I got 2 wins in those. For the tag blue Goku Vegeta team, right? Fuse Fighter and Futures, because I had the Easy A Trunks and Vegeta on there. I got 1 win in that 40-minute time span, and although to be fair, maybe I honestly should jump back in with that Super Boss setup, because a ton of it was with before we got all the additions to the team. But that took me like 11 hours in total for my no item win. But once again, a lot of that was before having like Super Easy A Rose and Easy A Zamasu and such. And honestly, it'd probably be good to try that without having like limited time buffed Rose, because he will go away soon, unfortunately. Either way, though, let's play this out. We'll see how it goes. That my little intro I wanted to do got interrupted there, unfortunately. But we got this, hopefully. As long as Super Saiyan 4 Goku dodges, obviously. I mean, that's the big crux of it. I mean, mine is only 55%, right? So I don't expect him to be a god. But as long as he's getting a decent amount of dodges, we should be fine. And at least if it's post-super, I think he should be fine against the normal. Right? Because he has his guard. But we actually dodged everything. So I will take that. Okay, huge. So yeah, I mean, maybe we could get lucky here. Maybe we could do pretty well. I don't know. This team, I figure, is kind of a bit more difficult to win with here. I feel like of all the main teams, even though like, and at the time I'm recording this, I have tried out the Supreme Magnificent Battle, whatever, the Goten fight. Honestly, that was probably the easiest, like, quote-unquote, difficult fight of the celebration. I mean, I did go in with GT bosses. You could attack defense lower him, but I don't know. I haven't tried Trunks or Gohan yet, so we'll see if those are difficult. I definitely need to do showcases against those if they are for all the teams. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like at least for like special battle, stage 1 here, the GT heroes might have the most difficult time clearing, especially me when I only have access to one Gogeta, right? And to be fair, I mean, there's also characters like, you know, STR Pan that could potentially help. But obviously, my lead is Giant 8 Power, not GT Heroes. But even then, I actually don't know if I'd run Pan in this fight, to be honest. Because that AoE, especially on her first turn, I don't really trust how that'd go. Maybe I'm not having enough faith in her, but I don't think it'd go too well. Okay, we actually had a really good first turn here. Okay. Oh, that's fucked. No way. Oh, shit. Wait. Hey, wait a minute. That's not right. Oh, no. The Gogeta's locked. Okay. Honestly? Never mind. I was gonna... Well, I suppose, actually, he only needs 3 orbs for guard, right? Yeah. Technically, this could work still. I think I'm a lot more confident in this, because on turn 1, Gogeta does have 80% damage reduction. He does also have the great chance of nullifying. I feel like this will go better. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to go with this, and we'll see how it goes. Now, he gets extra key, right? Yes, an additional 1 key. See, that's why I wanted to check. I don't know if it's really possible for me to get his full key here. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. These strength orbs drop down perfectly. Okay. Well, not exactly the best look here. Oh. Okay, wait. No, we got the counter. That's huge. Although, obviously, Rose gets some build up. I mean... Ooh, god damn. Vegeta just would have died, right? So, I definitely made the right play there. Okay. Well, I mean, we're alive. We took a lot of damage. What the fuck? 80% damage reduction post-super? I know he's better in slot 2-3 significantly, but still. God damn. Okay, man. Well, that was just kind of unlucky. We really do need... see, that's perfect. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to be in slot 1. Because, I mean, obviously we could do a lot more if he's there. Although, I'm still, you know, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's not like just because he's in slot 1 we're guaranteed to win or anything, though, is the thing. He could definitely, if he fails like his counter, still get caught. See, now this is also not exactly amazing. Well, actually, nope. Physical orbs dropped perfectly, okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this team, like, sure, we have, like, sort of tools we can use, like the counters. I mean, there's a lot of counters on this team, but there's also the issue that comes with that of the more counters we land, especially against Rose, I mean, it builds up his damage quite a bit. And I don't know. Honestly, maybe Vegeta would have been better banking on the lower chance he had to dodge. Because after he supered, I mean, he would have been perfectly fine. And he would have done... well, he would have done... Actually, I don't know. I think he would have done better, actually. Tanking, because you gotta think, Gogeta got his counter immediately, so that means Rose had to build up for that first normal as well. So I think actually Vegeta might have done better if we got that dodge. I mean, it's just such a low chance though to get it is why I didn't risk it. But yeah, I mean, certainly there's going to be issues like that because of the locking that we're going to have to try and play around. And that is what makes it sort of more difficult to this team is whereas, you know, like GT bosses or, you know, the tag blue team, you know, I have a lot of characters where I can slot one. You know, like GT bosses, you know, Sin can go slot one situationally. Omega, AGL can slot one. Physical Omegas obviously can slot one. Right? Like, there's a lot of characters. And even, you know, let's say I have a turn with, like, Nova Shenron, and I use his active skill. I get rid of the attack immediately, right? There are a lot of characters in certain situations that can be slot one. Or the Tag Blue team, I mean, obviously, we got Vegeta and Trunks, both Tag Blues, right? I mean, we got all those characters. And I forget the exact... I had, like, the Super Saiyan 4s on there, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of good characters we can bring. Whereas with GT Heroes, I mean, it's if he dodges for one turn, good and good, right? I think is how I would sort of classify it. I don't know about this. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to get hit by that AoE. Is the issue here. Big issue. Now, he does have 30% damage reduction. But would he live if I rotate him off? If I do this? See, because then he doesn't have Saiyan Roar. I think we gotta go through like this and just hope it works out. Because I don't know, I don't have a lot of faith in our odds if we rotate him. But that is essentially the goal of doing these, is just, I mean, it's a team showcase, trying to overall see how all the characters are doing here before. I definitely still want to do a tier list. It took forever to get Omega, so I suppose I'll just do like a, which to be fair, I think initially was my plan anyway. I didn't really anticipate there to be the sort of EX part. I thought it was going to be like a part 3, you know, no new fucking banner. But obviously we learned all the information, and that did turn out we were getting a new banner. So I do need to also use like the new Gohan and Dokkan Trunks in this fight. I do not have my own. I do not anticipate I will get my own either, at least within the celebration, unfortunately. They do look pretty cool, but they're pretty restricted. So it's like, I think it's fair to say maybe waiting. I mean, I don't know, because they're probably going to return with like Tanabata or some bullshit like that. I'm not Tanabata, excuse me. Saiyan Day, that's what I meant, Saiyan Day. They're probably going to return like Saiyan Day, which obviously is quite a while off, so I can get not wanting to wait, but at the same time, I mean, we don't really know what's coming for Youth and Hybrid Saiyans. Yeah, I was going to say, he should be more than fine for Super. Now, we got Zamasu actually very low here, by the way. I mean, once Zamasu's dead, obviously... In fact, Vegeta's just going to kill him. Okay. Maybe this is going to go better than I thought it was going to, honestly. Because, I mean, once we have Zamasu dead, you know, the locking gone, Rose loses that 50% stats, that does quite a bit for us, you know. Supering before, that's not... Yeah, because no, we're just dead now. Because Rose already has the well, maybe. I mean, we got a decent bit of orbs. Damn. Yeah, that's just not because Rose has the extra 50% stats because of Zamasu being there. It actually would have been better if because what happened there is I got the additional super, right? Because he has the one here, and that fourth one we got was the 40% chance on each one of those. That's actually rather unfortunate. Us being lucky made us lose. Imagine that. Well, honestly, we probably would have died either way, actually, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, we definitely would have died either way, honestly, so. At least we got to see, I mean, we killed Zamasu by turn 2. That's definitely something good. Okay. These aren't the best, but they're not the worst either. Because obviously, Int Gogeta next to AGL Gogeta's, you know, the link-wise. And then they're locked in slot 1, because why not? Okay, well, that's rather unfortunate for us here. However, we can still do quite a bit of damage to Zamasu here. And that is actually the really good thing with like the Super Easy A's. A lot of the Super Easy A's, I will say, they do have these effects, like lowering stats, because with the content they initially were coming out alongside, right? I mean, like Dokkan events, SPR, ESPR, right? And then this sort of stuff. I think even, can't you like use attack, defense lowering, whatever in the legendary Goku fight? I think you can. I could be mistaken about that, but if memory serves me correctly, I think you can. So, while it wasn't always the most useful of a mechanic back in the day, because also, I mean, bosses just didn't really have stats like they do. They did sort of start to block it over time, where everyone was starting to get immunity to sort of status debuffs, which is why for the longest time, I mean, that sort of stuff sucked. But Dokkan has done a really great job of making, and they've said they want to, make different characters, teams, etc. Better against certain content and worse against certain content, right? To give a lot of variation. I mean, at the end of the day, this game is meant to be a team building game, right? So it is really good when they do try to allow, enhance whatever that sort of feature about it. At least I think so. So personally, I do really like how we have, you know, content that suits different characters. You know, some characters are going to be weaker in some content, some are going to be stronger in others. I think that's really cool. You know, okay, so counter good. You know, we succeeded the high chance, but also bad because now Rose's built up. We obviously do not want that. But hopefully we'll be fine here. Especially because we will, you know, get a lot of blowers against Zamasu here. But yeah. Them having this effect, or like Super Easy 8 Omega massively lowering defense. I mean, stuff like that. Jesus Christ. Yo, are you good, Super Saiyan? What the fuck? Yeah, I swear, it's... Okay. It's actually kind of unlucky that we keep getting these counters, I will say. Because I mean, when you hit Rose with a counter, and like Zamasu's still up, I mean, he just like does a shit ton of damage. I mean, it's kind of unreal how much damage he can do. We need slot 2 to be locked, for the love of everything. Okay, that's good. Alright, we actually have a chance now that slot 2 is the one that's locked. Not like a guaranteed chance or anything, but, you know, a chance. A decent chance, I would say. Because now, hopefully, as long as we don't get any fucking counters, Gogeta... God, immediately! No! Well, honestly, he probably needs it to live, but still. Fuck. That's not good. Because now these counters are gonna hit so hard. They're gonna hit so hard, man. That is... Okay. I'm, like, actually getting lucky in the worst way. Damn it. This is also another thing with GT Heroes. I mean, not only is there like less slot ones to deal with, the characters that are able to slot one, it's because they have counters. For the most part, actually. I mean, to be fair, there is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the AGL one, right? And the physical Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Gogeta card, right? Although those guys are both obviously not, I mean, it's situational, right? Jesus. See, this is the pro there, right? I mean, Gogeta fucking murked Zamasu. Bro is half health from just Gogeta. However, Rose getting built up there did allow him to just fucking one-shot KO the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta from, like, full health. Which is obviously not very good. We need slot 2 to be locked again. I don't like having put these guys in slot 1. Okay, well. Oh no, this actually... Okay. No, I'm actually fine with this. Relatively at least. Because we could definitely still get caught here. We'll see how this goes. I don't know. It might not go so well, but this is actually, for the most part at least, pretty good. I mean, Vegeta getting to attack first, it definitely increases our odds. And as long as we don't get any counters against Rose, because that is the thing, we need to not counter Rose while Zamasu's alive. So I suppose that is also a big thing for GT Heroes, or Giant Power, I suppose. It's technically what this is. You do kind of... That is a good thing with having double Gogeta. I mean, obviously the amount of damage he can do is just sort of unmatched, right? I mean, to be fair, and I don't know if this is necessarily biased or not, but because I know I'm a big villain guy, but I think there's also a fair argument you could say where technically Omega contributes more in damage through his domain and through his support to allies. Overall, everyone's doing more damage, I think. I don't know if that's like 100% like fact, but I mean, it damn near feels like that's the most damaging team in the game, you know, because of Omega. So I think there's at least a fair argument there that what Omega does allows for more damage to be dealt overall. Although Gogeta definitely, of like any single unit, just start a turn. And here we go again. This is not good. At least it'll do a decent bit of damage, you know, but still, I don't... That's not... We don't need that. We don't need that right now. That's probably gonna get us killed. Unfortunately. But yeah, he definitely does a shit ton of damage, and I think if I had like my own Gogeta, not that I think I'd really like if I had my own Gogeta, I'd probably swap out Super Easy Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, honestly. I really like the Easy A Super Saiyan Vegeta, so I think that's probably what I'd do. Everyone else would probably be the exact same. So we'd be doing a lot more damage while having another tanky character, right? Or a tanky air character. So that is a fair thing to note about this sort of attempt, clear, whatever here. I know I'm missing a vital piece, but at the same time, you know, if you think about it, Gogeta, at least with the setup I have for him, technically is like the least needed of all the new LRs. I mean, I feel like you can get away with running him as a friendly the most effectively of any of them. And it has, I suppose, worked out pretty well for me so far throughout the celebration. It's just, the only issue here is we keep, while getting counters is good, right now it's actually kind of bad for us. And I think we're actually probably going to die again, honestly. Okay, so did we not get the counter here? We did not. 85,000. See, but now look, Vegeta's going to get, mollywopped. Because we got the counter with Int Gogeta last turn, right? So it's actually I'm losing because I'm getting lucky. That's what's happening. I this is kind of new. Usually I lose because I get really unlucky. I don't think it's too often that I'm losing because I'm getting so lucky. It's what the DJ Khaled meme, suffering from success. Like damn, bro, I'm getting so many counters that we're losing. This is a good problem to have that I'm actually succeeding them. But it's causing me to lose. I do not suffer from this issue very often. It is usually what's happening to me is I'm losing 90% chances for abilities to proc. That's my usual experience. Oh, fuck. Damn, that's yeah. I mean, at least he ate a normal. You know, I'll give him that. At least he ate one. What do we... No. Give me a Gogeta, buddy. Fucking friends list. Come on. I don't even know what slot I want to be locked, to be honest. Slot 2, I guess. Yeah, this is the best case scenario for us. Now, I'll put super easy A, super... Fuck. Well, look at next turn, man. Yeah, I gotta do this. Because especially... Zamasu's gotta go. I don't think I can kill him fast enough, but... I kinda... like the defense lowering from super easy A, super Saiyan 4 Goku. We kinda need to try this. Because if we don't kill him this turn, essentially... I mean, I suppose it depends. I mean, we definitely could get lucky in the placement of the attacks next turn, where, like, there's none in, like, the very first slot. Which could save us 100%, but, I mean, it's... I don't know about all that. I feel like it's not going to go exactly to plan there. Okay, wait, this is actually a counter against Zamasu. Okay, no, that's good. See, a counter against Zamasu is actually really helpful. Because all that benefits us is damage. Whereas with Rose, when we counter him, he gets built up. So that's actually really good. Okay. Well, maybe... I don't know. I don't think we can do enough. Even, you know, quad supering, right? I mean, you can't do enough damage. And Super Saiyan 4 Goku at the end obviously isn't going to really do too much either. We're going to have Zamasu really low, to be fair. He's going to be really low, he's just, we're not going to be able to... Okay, well, we got an additional normal anyway. See, I mean, especially for turn 1. Well, fuck. There goes the Rose counter. We got to keep hitting that Rose button, apparently. 25.8. That's certainly a decent bit of damage to get, but it's also like... Now we're in a bad scenario. You know, so we have the super easy A Super Saiyan 4 next turn. It's like, how do I work around that? And the answer is, I don't fucking know. Okay, I mean... No, this could actually work out. I mean, whether or not it will, I think this is different entirely, but this actually, I feel like, has a decent chance. Of course, it has to be the super immediately. If that wasn't the super, I think we actually could have won here. That's really rough. Because the AoE was at the end. You know, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta would have been fine. Now, that's a time where I would have liked to be lucky. You know, I mean, obviously that guy doesn't have a counter, but... I mean, point being, right? The dodge, for example, would have been really good there. I would have traded all the counters I got so far for one dodge there, I will say. Who's blocked this time? I needed to be slot 3. Slot 1. Okay, well, at least this is turn 1 in Gogeta. And honestly, I feel like they might have given him the damage reduction for a scenario exactly like this. Where if he does get locked in the slot 1, well, guess what? I mean, next turn, even if he gets locked again, you know, he'd have to be slot 2. Bare minimum, right? So he'd have his buff. At least for turn 1, you know, that extra damage reduction gives us a chance. I mean, it's not like a really insane chance, but it gives us a chance, you know. Well, I would... Actually, does the... Okay, that's good. I forget, does dodge build up his crit chance? I don't know if it... I forget if it does or not. Okay, yeah, it must. Okay, well, that's good. So we actually do have him fully built up. At least his, you know, his crit chance, so... we could technically use the active next turn, although I'll probably obviously wait until I can, you know, the turn after that, maybe. I don't know, because we only have 1 stack right now. And obviously, you know, we can have a decent bit more. So I would maybe like to save it. I don't know. We'll see what the situation is once we get the turn 3. If we get the turn 3. Although, to be fair, I mean, what's the rotation setup exactly? We need slot 2 to be locked. Slot 2 has to be locked. Or, I suppose, technically slot 3. Either of those scenarios is good for us. Although, this is... Oh boy. Once again, hitting that Rose button. Ding, ding, ding. Brother's gonna hit us for 800,000 AoE again. Because, I mean, we have Vegeta next turn, and as good as he is, I mean, he's only gonna have to guard. Right? It's not... Yeah, and... that needs to be AoE first, and super somewhere else, is what has to... Because if he supers first, we're just... I mean, there's literally no way. At least we have a... Yeah, especially because he's locked in slot 3, honestly. Oh boy. I feel like there's no shot we win this. With how this is 272, what does he take? 506,000. We have 10,000 HP. I cannot afford to take any damage. I don't know how that's going to happen. Zamasu Super would have to be against the Super Saiyan 4s, and Rose Super would have to be against Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's quite literally the only way that I can see, at least. I suppose technically Zamasu Super being against Vegeta, he honestly probably would take it on his first turn. Besides that, though, I don't know. I don't know that there's too much I can really do here. But if we do succeed this turn, I mean... Okay, yeah, that's good. That's really good. Obviously, they'll double-digit tank that. Especially after all their supers. And they take it for 200k before they super, so... And now we just... I don't think he'll eat a Rose Super. I feel like there's no way. It has to be Rose Supering at the end. I'm not even fully confident in that much, right? Because the scenario for us to live at the end is also, you know, I haven't said. We actually, the one thing I've been complaining about the entire time, we actually need to get the counter to live, ironically. Because obviously Goku will be missing his 200%. Yeah, we're dead. How much do we take, though? I'm actually really curious. And this is Rose with 1 build-up. Or we dodge it. Okay. Now, by no means is this a perfect scenario. Because Super Saiyan 4 Goku still, you know, at 200% versus the normal. He doesn't have that. We did triple super, though. And he has a 30% damage reduction. Oh! 2 million damage from the normal. God damn! And Zamasu was just barely alive, too, as the kicker there, huh? Okay, well, that's rather unfortunate. Yeah, we just keep not we're not getting what we need here, unfortunately. I mean, I don't think this team. I mean, I did say I think it would be the worst, and I do still stand by that. But I feel like it's just we're getting lucky at the wrong times and unlucky at the wrong times as well. Like we're just having the perfect mixture of actually like the worst luck, because we're getting good luck at the wrong times, and then we're just getting like the normal amount of bad luck. And it's really driving the nail on the coffin here. I mean, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here, honestly. I mean, it's in Gogeta locked in slot 1. I mean, what the hell am I supposed to do about that, you know? I mean, it's out of my hands. Or us getting the fucking counters. Now, to be fair, I mean, Gogeta would definitely die without the counter here. But now it's a scenario of, once again, I mean, we keep seeing this time and time again. Rose built up like this, we're fucked. I don't... Even just one build-up for Rose is extremely awful for us. That's a 325,000 normal with 80% damage reduction, right? It's just we don't really what's that like Oblivion thing, the meme, the threads of, I think it's from Oblivion, the threads of fate have been severed, you know, restart or forever continue on in a doomed world, right? It's like I don't know what to do now. In a Rose, I mean, I know how good Super Easy A Super Saiyan 4 Goku is. Now, obviously, it sucks that he needs to be slot 1, slot 2, so we didn't have his extra defense. And he would have lived with his extra defense, mind you. I'm pretty confident. But we didn't have it. So, yeah. I mean, there's just nothing I can... If I get the counter at the wrong time, or, you know, technically, right, I mean, we definitely would have died without it there. But honestly, I mean, we're kind of just dead either way for getting it at all in that scenario. I swear, if Goku's locked in slot 3, it needs to be slot 1 that's locked next turn. Okay, what to do here? I think I'm gonna risk it on the dodge. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, here goes nothing. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, please. Okay, that's huge. As long as we don't... I mean, I need to hope that both the Supers are against this guy, I guess. And he dodges both of them. That's not good. That's really not good. At least if Rose Super was hitting him and he dodged that. Oh, well, we're just dead anyway. I mean, that's actually not the worst tanking, to be honest. For mine being 55%. I mean, we took 1.1 there with the one attack. Like, if I had dupes in him and he got an additional Super, honestly, he would have lived that. That's actually really interesting to see. Okay. Well, this does not inspire confidence. I need slot 3 to be locked. Slot 3 for the love of God, please. What's locked? Come on. Which one? Slot 2 is locked. I guess I could do this. Not exactly perfect, but not the worst. And we'll go from here. I mean, at least if it's like slot 2 that's locked next turn, we have a chance. Or even if slot 1 is locked. I mean, that's definitely a lot worse of a chance, but I need it to be Super Saiyan 4 Goku, not forced to bear the brunt at the end, essentially. I need him to be able to go slot 1, slot 2. As long as he can go slot 1, slot 2, I feel good about our odds, but he needs to be able to go slot 1, slot 2. to feel good about the odds. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we've not gotten really lucky here. Or when we've gotten lucky, it's been at the wrong times, unfortunately. I feel like this team does have a real good chance of winning. And once again, I've noted, I don't have my own Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And when he's been on the turn, I'm not foolish. He's doing the damage, right? But it's like, I do need a bit more here. We'll see. We'll see. Because it's also, I do know, not GT Hero, obviously, but, like, whenever the hell Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku come, obviously, that's gonna give more power to these guys. Although, something to note there is, obviously, like, not all the GT characters have Saiyan Roar, like in Vegeta, but they do have GT Blade, which gives, I think it's 2 ki and 10% attack and defense, which obviously is pretty huge still. Now, do I think Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku will have Saiyan Roar? Yes. However, obviously not having GT will hurt a little bit, so we're just gonna have to really hope they finally give us those diamond characters, and that at least one of them ends up being a really, really good slot 1. I think will be really nice. Or even, honestly, a character that's really good in all slots. Okay, this is once again one of those bad luck scenarios. Or good luck, but bad luck, because we would have lived that. Post Super, when he's in slot 3, on his first turn, we would have lived that 100%. Okay, this is, yep. I like this. I don't know how it's gonna go though, because unfortunately, we keep getting the counter at the wrong time against Rose. So I think this is gonna go kind of poorly. Oh, fuck. What? So he supers at the end and then he supers at the beginning immediately? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Man, that's bullshit. That is so bullshit, man. Okay. Alright, you know what? I'll do one more attempt, and then we'll call it there. I would really like to get the win with these guys, but I'm not gonna force it, right? I'm definitely trying to get the win, but just, as you can see, as you guys have probably experienced, if you're running a similar team, the counters just build Rose up so much. It's kind of hard to play around that. And the only way to play around that is to have someone that doesn't counter. Like, both these guys, ironically. Take the brunt of the attack, but it's like, there's only so much I could do. This is not good. I have a very strong feeling that what's about to happen is both of the supers, which, to be fair... Oh, okay, well, Zamasu's is here. And I was gonna say, to be fair, Zamasu doesn't really matter so much, but I feel like Rose is gonna be at the very end. And, it's just like... At that point, it's like, what do we do? Because he dies if we don't get the counter, and if we get the counter, we just die later on. It's a bit of a endless loop here we're in, it seems, where I just can't find a scenario. We're not even getting to, like, turn 3, really, any of these runs. What have we gotten to turn 3 at all? I feel like maybe, like, once or twice, but it's usually we're dying turn 1, turn 2. Like, to be fair, we're, like, blitzing the hell out of Zamasu, and if we could actually get set up, I think we would do really well against Rose. But, we haven't gotten the opportunity to see that, unfortunately. And it's not like I'm trying to lose. I feel like I'm making the best plays I can in every scenario. Or at least in most of these scenarios, but it's just like, there's only so much I could do. When Super Easy A Super Saiyan 4 Goku. is at the end. You know, he's locked there. Okay, we need to get the dodge here. Please. Of course. God damn it. Okay, well, that that is how the cookie crumbles, I guess. That's unfortunate. So, I mean, we went a couple minutes longer than we did with the other team showcases. And once again, I did say at the beginning that I figured this one would be the hardest one of like the main teams to win with. I feel like GT Heroes, honestly, is probably going to be Dynate Power, whatever. The sort of least consistent of them. But when you do win, it'll probably be, I don't know, like GT Bosses. I was consistently winning turn 4. You know, and I don't think we could have ended faster than turn 4 on any of them. I mean, we were doing really good in spots, but it's just like we kept, getting the counters at the worst times, unfortunately. And obviously, that's kind of out of my hands. I mean, I can't disable the coding or anything for the counter, right? So that's unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about it, right? So a no win for GT Heroes. Very unfortunate. I tried. I do acknowledge not having my own Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta definitely does hurt. But I think it's also fair to say, I mean, he's definitely the least needed of the GT Hero characters. And it's also a scenario, right, where obviously it would be better to have my own Gogeta and not have fucking super easy A Vegeta. However, I will say, what that means? He has a higher chance of countering. So I feel like we'd still be running into the same issue with the other characters of my Gogeta actually causing other characters to die that wouldn't normally die, right? So it's a bit of just, I don't know. It's hard to really figure out what the exact play is to do with so many counters that buff Rose up, right? But it is what it is. I mean, I still think all the characters are good, but it's just as an overall team, I don't know. We'll see what I think of the new content, because I was saying, at least before the new content dropped, that I thought Gogeta probably was number one, even though I hadn't done my tier list. I've done the team battle stage. I've done the Goten fight. I've not done the Trunks or Gohan fights, so we'll see how those go. And we'll see what I think of him, especially after doing more team showcases, right? So we'll end this here either way. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.